Hey guys, it's an absolutely gorgeous day today. So I thought today would be the perfect day to give you guys a garden tour. So let's go. So I don't know what's going on with tomatoes this year, guys, but they are going off. Last year we had like 6 tomato plants and they stayed small. This year we literally have tomato fucking bushes. Like, here's one. I did have this tomato plant. Aren't they gorgeous? I did have this over here, but what was happening was it was growing so big that it was hiding the peppers, my jalapeno plant, so my peppers wasn't getting any sunlight. But now look at it. I think she missed her friend, so I might have to put her back over here somewhere. So that was lettuce, but I ate that. I have some char. We have some jalapenos. There goes some basil, and there's another jalapeno plant. And then we have some kale. And let me show y'all Big Mama. Like, as you can see, we had her caged in and she just broke out. Here's Big Mama. You see these tomatoes? They are gorgeous. I don't know if these were tomatoes that's supposed to stay green or if they are going to turn red. I don't remember. So that's Big Mama. She is huge. She's taking over everywhere. So this is another piece of her that grew out from the original plant right here. Then we have, you can barely see because the tomato bush, but we have 2 bell pepper plants and more kale, which was absolutely delicious. We've been eating off this kale for about a month now. We have some cauliflower. Then we have some string beans. They haven't sprouted any beans yet, but they're finally flowering, so I know the string beans are coming. Then we have our gorgeous cabbage, and that's another pepper plant. And we have it's my palm tree, y'all. We have a Brussels sprout right there in the corner. My palm tree. Since 2020 took the beach away from me, I brought the beach to me, okay? And we have some cantaloupe, some squash, and some watermelon. At least that's what we think it is, because we know over here is watermelon that is starting to vine. But we forgot what these 2 are, and they're starting to vine. If you plant squash, zucchini, any type of melons, just make sure you have space, because they are going to vine and they're going to spread out. We have a lemon tree over here. This is my first time planting it, so we won't have any lemons this year, but it definitely will be lemons next year. We have some herbs, some lavender, some thyme, just some little flowers. We're putting our lights up. We don't know what we're going to do back here yet. These chairs is not going to stay here. My wife wants to put a stock tank pool back here. I'll put the link in the description if you don't know what that is. Over here I have some cilantro and more basil, and this is my garden. I'm so proud of this yard, y'all, because we did it ourselves. We laid all the pavers, we laid the rock. This guy at One Stone Place told us we wouldn't be able to buy pavers or stone because we just had a Tucson. What? We got a 2020 Tucson. It brought everything home. And this is my garden, guys. I came on this side because this is a bush that grows some beautiful white flowers. My wife wants to keep it. I want to get rid of it, but once the flowers grow, I know I'm gonna be happy she kept it. Here's my blueberries. None of them are blue yet, but they are close. And here was a DIY I did. I turned a old grill that we no longer use into a planter. So yeah, guys, this is my little piece of serenity. Let me show you this pepper, guys. Look how huge it is. You see that? And we have some on this one. You see back there? I'm so excited. And people often ask me about my Buddha. People have the assumption that I don't believe in God and stuff like that because I appreciate the Buddha, and that is not the case at all. So I'm very open now about my depression and suffering from anxiety, and recently being diagnosed with PTSD and a mood disorder. We'll get into that in another video, but I've been dealing with these things since I was a kid, and when I became of age, I started to self-medicate all of those feelings and emotions with alcohol. And one day I just started to get nervous about drinking so much because my mom was an alcoholic. She's been clean. Let's see, my daughter will be 21 in a few days. My mom has been clean for like no alcohol at all for maybe 18 years. And my dad was a severe alcoholic, and unfortunately he passed away a few years ago due to his alcoholism. So I used to get scared that I was drinking so much, and it wasn't really taking away from anything that I was feeling. It was just making me numb for that moment. But as soon as the moment gone, all of the emotions that I had is right back. And I didn't find solitude in Jesus or the Lord or Jehovah, whoever you believe in, although I still do believe in a higher being and the Lord. But I found a lot of comfort with the Buddha, and I don't know why. And for whatever reason, Buddha just brings a calming to me, and it brings a little piece of peace, and it makes me feel good, and it makes me feel sane. So although I still believe in God and a higher being or everything, I'm someone who believes that you do not have to limit yourself to just one beliefs. You don't have to believe one thing. You do not have to only allow one piece of knowledge to come into your life, and that's why I brought the Buddha in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this gardening tour because I'm very proud of it. Look at it. Look at that. I did that, y'all. I did that in the middle of the city, Baltimore City. If you want to garden, do not let anybody tell you that you can't do it. You do not need a yard to be a gardener. You can use totes, buckets, they have gardening bags. You can do it. So even if you have an apartment and a balcony, put some buckets and some dirt and plant some seeds, because growing your own produce is something magical, and honestly it tastes better than a lot of these stores. And what a lot of people don't realize, that if you live in a more urban area, the grocery stores not going to be that great, especially if they are a low brand store. they're not going to be that great. The produce is going to be trash. And typically those grocery stores that's in the middle of the hood or the ghetto or in that minority area is higher in prices. So if you can, try to grow your own food, because Lord knows I'm from the middle of the city. I'm from Washington, D.C. Who would have thought that this girl would be able to do all of this and feed my family all of that?